I purchased these drawers last year for $10. They're just drawers. I knew they were too low to be side tables, so I added simple legs and called it a day. For months though, I've wanted to adjust them and make them a bit lighter. You know when you have a vision in your mind, but then you try to execute it and it goes wrong? That was this project. You can see from the after where I was going with this, but things don't always go according to plan. The little gold strips I'd put ended up peeling off, mostly by themselves with strong assistance from my little one. I started off by removing the knobs. As you can see, I like manual labor because why am I using a screwdriver when I have a drill? I quickly switched when I started on the legs because I realized there were 3 screws per leg. The top of the drawers had this peel and stick wallpaper. It left a sticky residue when removed, so I used some of this sticker remover to clean that off. This stuff has been a lifesaver. You didn't hear it from me, but it got the sticky grease off the vent. Not sure how safe that is, so again, you did not hear this from me. You've seen me use wood filler on the edges of plywood before, so I won't bore you with that. What's the plywood for? I wanted to add height on this shorty by adding a shelf, but I wanted my shelf on the bottom. For stain, as I mentioned in the previous video, I go in first with this stain to condition the wood. Then I go in with the stain that I like on top. I love how this gray stain looks with the brown stain peeking through. For the rest of the drawers, I painted the whole thing white. I primed first and then went in with linen white. It came out decent enough. I was quite happy with it. Then assembly came and things went south real fast. I forgot that these were old and most likely warped. The wood at the bottom of the drawers was definitely bent, so putting the shelf on wasn't going to be easy. I started recording that part when I realized this was going to be a 2-person job and I didn't want to record my crash out. Anywho, it was done. We managed to put the shelf on. After putting the knobs back on and polishing the drawers with some beeswax so they would look better and also slide better, I put the drawers in its new spot. The guest room is coming together well. I put the wallpaper and artwork up a while ago. When we can afford it, I can't wait to buy a bed and some bedding to complete the space. For now, here's the side table.